Imagine this. It's the late 1950s, and Muddy Waters and his band are on stage, amps cranked up to the max, guitars wailing like never before. The audience is stunned, overwhelmed by the sheer force of sound, a raw, hard-edged blues so powerful it feels like it could knock you over. This is blues like you've never heard before, so raw it hurts. Let's start with the lineup. Muddy Waters didn't just have any old group backing him up. This was a band with attitude, a powerhouse team, with Muddy Waters himself on vocals and slide guitar, the great Otis Spann on piano, and Elgin Evans laying down those heavy beats on the drums. Their sound was electric. Literally. With amps cranked to 11, they transformed Mississippi Delta blues into something wild, something untamed, a sound that would eventually shape the future of rock and roll. But here's where it gets even crazier. Waters wasn't just playing the blues, he was redefining it. His powerful vocals, paired with his distinctive slide guitar technique, cut through the noise of the era. Muddy and his band didn't hold back. They were raw, loud, and unapologetic, and their music wasn't just for listening, it was for feeling. Songs like I'm Your Hoochie Coochie Man and Got My Mojo Working didn't just cement his place in music history, they laid the groundwork for every rock band that followed. Even the Rolling Stones took their name from Waters' hit, Rollin Stone. That's how deep his influence runs. And let's not forget the band's attitude. 5 or 6 musicians with a swagger and volume more fitting of a rock band than a blues act at the time. They weren't there to gently lull you into a groove. They were there to knock your socks off, one riff at a time. Speaking of swagger, in 1968, Waters released Electric Mud, backed by none other than the Rotary Connection. This album was so outrageous and experimental that it blew minds, and also confused a lot of people. Muddy wasn't just playing it safe. He was pushing boundaries, proving that the blues could evolve, change, and still hit harder than ever. Muddy Waters didn't just play music. He shaped it, twisted it, and blasted it through speakers until it became something more than blues. It became legendary.